voters are on the ballot this week in Alaska. Sarah Palin is running for Congress. She's hoping to win the primary race for the late Representative Don Young's House seat in a special election Tuesday. And Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski is also facing a primary in what will be Alaska's first use of ranked choice voting. NBC Capitol Hill correspondent Ali Vitale is live in Anchorage, Alaska. So Ali, first walk us through the primary that Palin is hoping to win.
Yeah, Lindsay, this is Palin's first foray back into the national electoral spotlight. You'll remember, of course, she was governor here prior to that, mayor of Wasilla, and then she was, of course, the running mate for then GOP standard bearer John McCain in the 2008 election. She left the governorship after that time in the national spotlight. Some voters here remember that, and it will be an inflection point for them as they consider whether or not to let her be the one person to represent them in the House of Representatives as she tries to head to Congress. But you're right that they're employing a new system of voting here, something that Alaska voters said that they wanted to put in place in 2020, and this is the first time that they're trying it. It's a ranked choice voting system where you're going to see Palin alongside people like Nick Begich, the other Republican in this race, as well as Mary Peltola, who's running as the Democrat. And the way that ballot is going to look is you're going to see all of those names with D's and R's denoted, but they are not separated by party. Voters are going to be able to just rank them 1 through 3, and the third person, the person with the least amount of that vote will be the third place person. They will then be taken out of the race, and their votes then reassigned based on who their voters put second. What it means, and what experts tell us, is that this kind of voting tends to benefit people who try to build a little bit of community and maybe shy away from some of the negative campaigning. There's still been some negativity in this race, but at the same time, there's also been moments of comedy and bipartisanship on debate stages and things like that. So we'll see if this is a moment where Palin's firebrand persona finally matches some of the other people who are big in this House Republican conference in Washington.
I want to talk about Murkowski's primary before we let you go. Is she expected to advance there?
Yeah, that's going to be another hot contest here, because in the way that Palin has Trump's endorsement and they think that that could help buoy her in that field, Murkowski, of course, no favorite of the former president. In fact, when he came here for a rally recently, he said that he would rank her among the worst of the Republicans. He has definitely not spared his choice words for her. And look, she is someone who has routinely not just bucked the former president, but bucked her own party, one of the few bipartisan voices in the halls of the Senate where I typically spend my time, trying to branch over on things like the reproductive access issue, potentially on things like guns, all things that we've seen in the last few months that give Alaska voters here a sense of the kind of independent voice that she will be. Now, her opponent here in this race, Kelly Tshibaka, is someone who does have former President Trump's endorsement. And so in both of these races, we are going to see, in a state that went for Trump by 10 in 2020, if it means more to be an independent voice or if it means more to run in lockstep with the former president.
All right, NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Ali Vitale, thank you.